Barrowford. By Milton Allan. To Mrs. Hindley. Barrowford, Barrowford, that's the spot where I dwell, in an old-fashioned cot with the folks I love well, where the birds sing at morn in the tall trees that meet, and the music of the waterfall lulls me to sleep. Barrowford, Barrowford, by meadow and mill, and the sweet chiming bells at the church on the hill, there's a charm and a peace that will never depart, and a store of happy memories live in my heart. Barrowford, Barrowford, ever honoured shall be, where old Pendle looks down o'er the vale of Raleigh. Childhood days I recall and contented I sigh, in the village that I love so well there let me die. To Mrs. Aston C.B. Bonnie Downham by Milton Allan. Bonnie Downham, so peaceful and fair, surrounded by beauty beyond all compare fair, surrounded by beauty beyond all compare. Beyond all compare so peaceful and, thy charm will abide whate'er may be, thou art fairest of all Munge's scenes we remember, a sweet memory for ever will be. Bonnie Downham, whate'er may betide, in the shade of old Pendle thy charm will bide tide, in the shade of old Pendle thy charm will bide tide. Beyond all compare so peaceful and, thy charm will abide whate'er may be thou art fairest of all Munge's scenes we remember, a sweet memory for ever will be. Bonnie Downham, Mungest scenes we recall, dear Lancashire villages thou art fairest of all call, dear Lancashire villages thou art fairest of all call. Beyond all compare so peaceful and, thy charm will abide whate'er may be, thou art fairest of all Munge's scenes we remember, a sweet memory for ever will be. Bonnie Downham for ever will be, to young folks and old folks a sweet memory be, to young folks and old folks a sweet memory be. Beyond all compare so peaceful and, thy charm will abide whate'er may be, thou art fairest of all Munge's scenes we remember, a sweet memory for ever will be. Bonnie Ruth of Sawley. By Milton Allan. Of all the pretty girls I've met around Clitheroe and Whalley, there's one I shall never forget, the bonny Ruth. 'Tis the bonny Ruth, 'tis the bonny Ruth of Sawley. She is a farmer's daughter fair with grace and charm endowed, her eyes are blue and gold her hair, and she dwells at a cot on the brow, she dwells at a cot on the brow, where all my footsteps roving befro, Clitheroe and Whalley, 'tis tenderly I'll think o' thee, my bonny Ruth, my bonny Ruth, my bonny Ruth of Sawley. To Schoolmaster John. Coldweather Hill. By Milton Allan. Come let's go a-roaming o'er Coldweather Hill, mongst nature's delight we'll wander at will, the hawthorns in blossom, the larks soar at trill. Come let's go a-roaming. A-roaming, come let's go a-roaming over Coldweather Hill. It's lovely round Twiston and Rymington way, when spring bids you welcome with flowers so gay, the sweet-smelling meadows, the clear rippling rill. Come let's go a-roaming come. We'll greet dear old Pendle that we love so well, and find heart's content by moorland and fell. There's beauty in plenty to set you a-thrill. Come let's go a-roaming come, let's go a-roaming o'er Coldweather Hill. To Constance Caradus, Fair Alice, by Milton Allan. God rest a dear lady who lived long ago, where clear moorland waters down green valleys flow, a romance so tender I of times recall, the days of fair Alice of Extwistle Hall. Her smile was enchanting and bright shone her hair, a sweet country maiden with grace of a queen. The lad that she courted was handsome and tall, he worshipped fair Alice of Extwistle Hall. The bells of St. Peter's were ringing so gay, and lovely was Alice in bridal array. Her wedding was honoured by banquet ball, and minstrels made music at Extwistle Hall. Many years did dwell on New Lonely Hillside, and deep was the sorrow and 'tis when she died. The hall stands deserted, those faces have gone, yet still in our memory fair Alice lives on. To a Sweet Singer, E.R. Hurstwood by Milton Allan. I'll sing thee a song of thee, of the place I belong, it nestles up yonder away from the throng, sweet memory of Hurstwood ere treasured will be, 'tis love valley and peaceful and so dear to me. There's a magical spell by moorland and dell, the old rustic cottage and folks I know well, each rosy-cheeked lassie a shy fairy queen, as pretty a picture as you ever seen. Dearest wood, sweetest wood, where I dream of bygone days, they romance and thy beauty inspire a song of praise. As I wander on my journey thy charms I oft will tell, dearest wood, sweet village, bonny spot, fare thee well. To the Pendle Scribe J. Bates. Old Pendle. By Milton Allan. Pendle. Old Pendle, thou standest alone 'twixt Burnley and Clitheroe, Whalley and Colne, where Hodder and Dribble's fair waters do meet, with barley and Downham content at thy feet. Pendle. Old Pendle, by moorland and fell, in glory and loveliness, ever to dwell. On life's faithful journey, where'er I may be, I'll pause in my labours, and oft think of thee. Pendle, old Pendle, majestic, sublime, thy praises shall ring till the end of all time. Thy beauty eternal, thy banner unfurled, thwart dearest and grandest old hill in the world. Old Wheatley, by Milton Allan. There's a quaint little village that I'm proud to own, they call it Old Wheatley, nigh Burnley and Colne, for old friends and true friends where'er ye may roam, there's naught can compare with my Lancashire home. My Lancashire home, my Lancashire home, there's naught can compare with my Lancashire home, that come back to me, that come back to me, and all the sweet memories that come back to me, again, and again, again, and again, we'll sing Wheatley's praises again and again. I love the grey chapel and side o' the hill, where dear ones are resting so peaceful and still. I love every cottage and meadow and tree, and all the sweet memories that come back to me. My Lancashire home, my Lancashire home, there's naught can compare with my Lancashire home, that come back to me, that come back to me, and all the sweet memories that come back to me, again, and again, again, and again, we'll sing Wheatley's praises again and again. Then here's to old Wheatley and all the Gradely folk, whose hearts are as stout as the ash and the oak, the lads and the lassies that live down the lane, we'll sing Wheatley's praises again and again. My Lancashire home, my Lancashire home, there's naught can compare with my Lancashire home, that come back to me, that come back to me, and all the sweet memories that come back to me, again, and again, again, and again, we'll sing Wheatley's praises again and again. To the pupils of Accrington Girls' High School, Pendle Witches, by Milton Allan. As Roger of Downham riding by Pendle Hill lusty mare threw him headlong in the lane, he picked himself up all his limbs were a-tremble, and loudly declared 'tis the witches again. The good folks of Sabden were mourning Susanna, a rare bonny lassie and pride of her glen. She languished and died in mysterious manner. The witches were feared as was usual then, and were sentenced at Lancaster Castle. Dame Nutter and Chattox, Nance Redfern and all, the judge he pronounced them the devil's own vassals. Those terrible scenes we would fain not recall. Long years have pasted by o'er the fair land of Pendle, yet witches still flourish up Lancashire way. To music and dancing daughters assemble, and practice their arts on the lads of today. Then here's to the fame of the Lancashire witches, whose names are familiar in legend and rhyme. Romance of old Pendle our county enriches, the witch on her broomstick will live for all time. Tommy the Pedlar. By Milton Allan. I am Tommy the Pedlar, so jolly and gay, and all the farmers knows me around Pendle way. I jogs on the road and sing like a lark, though money be scarce and there's plenty of work. Kisses at the end of the day. With pack on my back, be it sunshine or rain, I calls at each cottage by meadow and lane. There's old folk, some bold and some shy, and maybe they'll want nowt, and maybe they'll buy. You will often hear my cry when I have summat to sell. I Whalley and Clitheroe Downham as well, fine laces and ribbons and trinkets I bring, to set country lasses a-dancing in spring. I jogs up to Newch and down to the Raleigh, and there I have a sweetheart and it's not but 3. She's bonnier than the flowers a blooming in May, I bides on it kisses at the end of the day. To artist and friend J. W. Waddington Fells, by Milton Allan. I wandered one morning o'er Waddington Fells, a-gathering heather and bonny bluebells, a breath from the moorlands, a cloud in the sky, and to her own music the lark on high. Adown in the valley amid the green trees, dear Waddington slumbered and at peace, by Waddington the ribble in grandeur serene, enriched with her beauty the radiant scene. Old Pendle o'ershadowed the garden of sleep, and Clitheroe nestled round castle and keep, an exquisite fragrance a chiming of bells, as home would I wander o'er Waddington Fells.